Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome to Bleak Faith Forsaken. I usually don't dig back that far on my to-do list just because, but this is a game that I've actually been waiting for it to cook a little bit. It's effectively what happens if somebody makes an indie Dark Souls, inspired heavily by Blam, the manga, and it didn't turn out great. It was a little rough around the edges, however it's been getting regular updates ever since launch. And it's apparently in a pretty good state, so I figured I'd give it a shot and try it out and see where it goes. I love Soulslikes, but I find them to be a little bit, I don't know, trying? A little too hard for me. I don't have the patience for them. But on the flip side, I'm still obsessed with them because they're some of the only video games that specifically focus hard on the exploration element, if that makes sense. This isn't always true, but I feel like I can get lost in a Souls-like, whereas in like most other games, it's pretty linear. Desperate Crusade rages in a fringe colony. At its heart lies the anomaly, cut off by a rogue commander. Yet in the depths of the Omnistructure, things are rarely as they seem. Yeah, so this is also sci-fi despite the more like fantasy horror overtones, which I think is actually really cool. Like at some point I think I need to sit down and get really good at a bunch of Souls-likes and just play through all of them. Beat Bloodborne, beat Sekiro, Lies of P, the Dark Souls series again. This has been years. I still haven't even finished Elden Ring. The problem is getting good is like requires time and patience. And I have neither of those. And so it's usually tough. I should make me like a dark fantasy PNG tuber I can use for these. Closest I've got is Wanderdwarf. Wandorf. And I feel like it's kind of there, but also this is very unique looking. We need more video games that are just set in oppressive megastructures. That's the other thing I'm thinking of. Because, like, they definitely exist. I wouldn't exactly say that, like, Control is... Well, no, it is a megastructure. It's just not sci-fi. It's a 80s overtone office building. Interesting that our character effectively just has like a bunch of metal wrapped around their face. Oh, that's interesting. Just a copy of our character? Okay. I don't know what's going on. I am just here. But I like what I'm looking at. It's got that, like, very... kind of grimdark gothic feel to it. I mean, the fact that we're on a rooftop with kind of churchy vibes inside of a... or next to a giant aqueduct, presumably inside a giant spaceship something? Not entirely sure. Okay, so I can crouch. I can jump. Jumping. Okay, if I hold that... Okay. Oh, here's my UI. And this is where the PNG tuber turns off. There is extra UI, and maybe I can make work without it. Okay. Light attack. Heavy attack guard. And fairly familiar across the board. Lesser restorative fluid. Okay, there's a ladder back here. But it's not a ladder I can use. Interesting. Big sky manta going over. Okay. I don't know if I want to sneak here necessarily. I don't know anything. I'm just kind of along for the ride. Okay, more lesser restorative fluid, which is different from my red juice that I've got equipped. I might be able to get another one. Okay, we just have a person suspended in air. Oh, no, I can interact with it. Okay, relocation, monastery lower. Skeletal rusted bridge precariously connects two towering structures high above a chaotic maze of crumbling buildings. Is that fast travel? Just a weird floaty dude. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, inventory. I actually got some equipment there. How do I... anything. Equipment. I'm confused. I thought we picked some stuff up. Okay, here we go. Chest guard. Leg guards. So, oh, red probably just means it's new. But yeah, I don't think we have anything else. No rings. We do have an amulet, some extra max HP, and we don't have a cape. So I've got a tire iron, or I could switch it with an iron pipe. They do the same damage. Blunt, one-handed, both fast. Doesn't seem to have anything fancy about it. It's just pick your flavor, I suppose. No, we do have lesser restorative fluid, but why do I have 5? Or maybe I can only have 2. Yeah, it looks like I can maybe only have 2 at the moment. We can craft things. Interesting. Character, I'm actually getting, like, information overload here a little bit, which I kind of like, actually. Okay, how do I... Okay, lock on a target. I'm assuming this is a target I can lock onto. Oh. Nope. That was not a target. Where does this go? Oh, God. You want to go all the way freaking down? Be my guest, I'm going to go the other direction. You know what this reminds me of on a visual level? It's like a more fantasy gothic version of Doll's Nest. I gotta go back and finish that one, maybe. I'll have to see what people said about it. Unfortunately, I haven't allowed myself much time to finish games this year, which has honestly been kind of a point of stress, which is something I actually want to work on for next year. I thought I was going to work on it on this year, but I had other projects. And also just depression. I don't know, is it depression when it's just reacting to modern times? Okay, this looks like an enemy. Nope. Okay, light attack, sprinting, heavy attack, hold for charge attack. What else do we have? Timing your chains results in faster attacks. Okay, I'm gonna have to work on some of these. Okay, some materials. I'm loving the ambiance on this. Now here's the question. Is there... Ooh. A lot of healing items. That might have been an experience system. Wait, I took some damage? When? No idea. Now I see guard. I don't know if you can parry. Oh. Do I also not have my shield? Hold up. I should work on that. Thought I had a shield equipped. Yeah, they're both one-handed. Okay, now I've got a shield. Well, I can beat him up. Now this one's weapon is purple. And yeah, if I time my attack really well here, I can kind of more or less make it so he can't hit me at all. Lore page added, Conrad's Warlog. Ooh. Yeah, a lot of enemies around, but none that are too spooky for me. Yet. This one's just a freaking skeleton. Ooh. Got a pair of axes. Ow. Yeah, so I think I want to, I'll have to figure out, ooh. Level 1, inventory updates, we got a wood chopper, and some more heals. I guess in that case I can probably pop one of those. Though, I should figure out actually how much health I have before I just start chewing down potions. Ring of Lesser Stamina. We're just getting all sorts of stuff. It's extra max stamina points. So here's the question. Oh, okay, strength. Details. So, weapon damage and max weight. Agility is crit chance, stamina, stamina delay. So what is our current stamina delay before recovery? 2. So I would need to put 100 points into agility to reduce my stamina recovery. But I mean, that's not a bad idea. Melee swing speed, range weapon draw speed, boss resistance to arrows. Oh. Okay. Intelligence, max flux and technomancy damage, and then max health by 25. So my health is currently 335. So that actually means that these heal me for like 3/4 of my health. So I could probably actually heal a fair bit before or take a fair bit of damage before I need to heal. Oh, there was a tutorial when it popped up. Or it went away because I was looking at things. Elevator. Oh no, it is an elevator I have access to. Okay, well, what do we have? So we have a saber. So this does blunt. This, okay. Wood chopper. Question, can I have both of these equipped? Oh, you can dual wield? Oh, that's different. Whoop. I guess time still passes while I'm on the elevator, maybe. Damn, that's a fast elevator. I'm just gonna wait here. Yeah, it just goes up and down. Unfortunately, I'm slouchy. I've been recording, not all day, but for a while. And so I'm kind of at the end of my work hours. Okay. So far, so good. How do I swap weapons? Haven't figured that out yet. No, I don't want to do that. Huh. Don't know what that does. It pings stuff and tells me about things. That's for specials. Hold modifier, guard. But yeah, how do I swap weapons? Combat basics? Okay. Chain like it. Okay, properly chaining attacks results in faster strikes that cost less stamina. The trail effect indicates the chain window. The problem is it doesn't actually tell me. It says chaining it correctly, but it doesn't say too early or too late. Block. Perfect. Okay, so you can do a perfect block. Block right before being hit to do a perfect block. Only consumes half the stamina of a regular block and prevents all physical damage. Yellow glow on enemy weapons indicates an attack that can only be blocked perfectly. Red can't be blocked at all. Use action to access the quick wheel. Chaining attacks, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm writing homunculus. Place a homunculus. Hold Y and down to create a personal checkpoint. Oh. That's interesting. You can fast travel to any previously discovered homunculi. Okay, but none of this is... What is perk essence? Or is it pure essence? I don't know, man. Climbing giants? Why, when close to an injured large enemy, to climb it? This has just got Shadow of the Colossus bits mixed in. Okay. So this told me nothing of what I'm looking for, unfortunately. Button mappings. Okay, here we go. Inventory. What I want to be able to check is holster weapon, switch weapon. Okay, there we go. I got to assume if it's still white, I can probably keep chaining. When it's missed that. Oh boy. I don't like the fact that the sprint button is... I don't like the fact that the sprint button is the same finger as the jump button. As just a recipe for making, mistiming your jumps. Okay, we got a ring of minor potential. I don't need a ring to bring out my potential. No, I don't want to do that. Keep pressing the wrong button to go to the menu. Okay. Max flux points, which is completely useless to me. I have no flux. Okay. Stone shield concoction, some more restorative fluid. Radio. I always get stressed out when jumping in a Soulslike. Because you never know where you're going to hit those death fields. And also potentially get yourself trapped in a corner that you can't escape from. Well, I'm up here. Try not to descend unless I have to. And who knows, maybe the pursuer is just going to show up and I'm going to regret my activities. Or my routing here? Because I'm like... Oh. Well, at least all the enemies in the area seem to have just like gobs of healing items for me. Which is a good sign. But yeah, I was going to say... Jumping in these games is slightly stressful. Because I don't know where the hell I am. And if I had to retrace my steps to get back here, I might be able to do it. Might be. I don't know, I think I have a good sense of direction in video games. I have yet to run into too many games that humble me in that regard, where I'm like well and truly lost and can't find my way through. Though they do exist from time to time. Okay, is that the giant ridiculous ladder that we saw earlier? Oh. Well, it is. You would have gotten to the end of that and fallen right off, maybe. Huh. I was hoping this would go back up. Oh, it's a guy.
Oh, you're not from around here. And you don't look plagued either.
Okay.
I don't suppose you remember what floor this is. A mute friend since
Okay, here we go.
now. I won't tell you about myself, but I'm a part of a... I don't remember
Okay.
much else. Sometimes I close my eyes and by the time I open
Sorry, I'm skipping through the dialogue by accident.
somewhere else entirely. How I'm still alive must be a miracle in itself. Here, take this. It'll be of help along the way. I'm done for anyways. Good luck out there. Good luck out there.
Okay. Well, I'm getting the distinct feeling. Oh, wait. Hold up. This is the bridge, I think. That I would have come down, right? Hard to say. Yes, this is. So that's the path I took. Okay, so we've kind of come full circle. Before I jumped, were there any alternative paths that I missed? I don't know. I wish I could tell you. Well, I guess we're going that direction towards whatever that red light is. If there's anything else going on here, I don't know. I'll have to come back and check for alternative routes at a later date. Yeah, I certainly don't see much over there. Though I do see an item I might have missed. Ugh. It's fine. Whatever it was probably wasn't that important. And we should be able to fast travel back to places that we've been before. Hopefully. Okay. The problem is we do have a bad lad on the bridge. There was something about leaving a homunculus behind. Oh no, those guys are not active. I always hate having to fight things on bridges. Well, that's concerning. It is a full armor set, though. Okay, no pauldrons. So, Stalker's armor, oh, is just massively better than the utility guard. Okay. So I have 10... Oh, I have 10 arrows. That's probably fine. I do wonder how this handles checkpointing. We saw the one homunculus earlier. It was just floating there. Why toggle third belt row and do that to analyze an anomaly? Do we have an anomaly? Oh, this. Log updated monastery information. Oh, and there's an item on the other side of this. Good to check it out. Ionization fluid. I don't know how I'd specifically identify where anomalies are. Because I'm not going to be very great at spotting them. This seems well and truly closed. Yeah. Use lever to open. Okay. The problem is it feels like if I fall down, I'm done for. So I want to avoid that. I guess let's cross the bridge back. Yeah. Because I guess this isn't the way to progress. Or I've completely missed it. At least we got some goodies. But, yeah, if there's a lever, it might be one of those I have to activate from the other side. I might have to go through there. Ugh. Oh. We keep going down. Somehow. Definitely not from here. Yeah, I'm seeing kind of a path out that direction. I don't want to drop. That's the number one thing. What if I missed a series of cases somewhere around here? I guess we will find out. I am not convinced that that is the way. Unless, hold up. Maybe this is kind of along the edge. I don't like it. But it is a path. Can we take that here? Okay. Yeah, they're just giving me tons of healing items. Seems like it can only have 2 at a time, though, and the rest just get banked. Dang it. Yeah, at least I can kind of just get them before they even really reach me. So we got a nice staircase set up here. There's kind of this upper path. Ooh, it goes somewhere. Okay, there's two shamblers. Now, one of these looks a fair bit tougher than the other. I was noticing... There we go. Ow. Ow. There we go. Yeah, it seems like I can chain it. As long as it's Y. Or not Y. White, it's good to chain. Maybe. Unless I have to wait for the white to go away. Which is also entirely possible. I'll have to see if there's a weapon that I can pick up that has, like, really good reach on an attack, especially a charged attack. There's something there. God, I'm loving this environmental design. I was talking about this earlier. I'm not very good at Soulslikes, or maybe I'm fine at them. But I'm not, like, really good at them. But I love the idea of playing them. Like, I honestly wish they were easier. Oh, it's an arrow. Or it was a torch. Okay. Yeah, I think these guys are resistant to blunt, but hard to say. Okay. God, there's so many different, like, little paths and big ones, because we can cross over to whatever this is. And I cannot tell you if this is bonus, if this is meaningful, or what exactly. But yeah, like Soulslikes are some of the only games where I truly can feel like I'm getting lost in them. And it's something that I crave more of. Got a kite shield. Ooh. There's a guy. Oh, no, 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 no. This one is also going to terrify me because they're using a hell of a lot of, like, big empty passages and walkways and stuff that are frankly terrifying. Okay. The kind of gut-churning, like, oh shit, I'm gonna fall levels of verticality and oh. Also moments where you just get stuck in the environment just a smidge. Okay, well, we've got a twisting staircase up, so I might as well take that and see where this takes me. Let's see. Apart from just kind of general, I don't know if I want to say laziness. It's not laziness so much as just the, like, I don't know, inability to give the game, a game, like the focus and attention it deserves to get really good at it. Same kind of vein as like Cuphead or some of the other like harder action roguelikes out there. My first experience playing Dark Souls, I was actually having such a hard time on it. I used a trainer to give myself infinite stamina, and like it was like a switch had flipped, and I was just like, oh, I understand how this works. I'm having fun now. But I didn't actually finish that playthrough, so I think it was one of those where I wasn't having a bad time anymore. But I do wonder if I actually wasn't having as much fun as I thought. I was just able to enjoy the game for what it had at the time. It's a conversation to have, but I feel like if I want to start examining that, I got to start doing video essays again. And those are chunky. Hello, man. Yeah, so blocking is pretty good. But I think it might also depend on the shield. I wonder if I can check. Oh. Or maybe I did get a perfect hit. So we have Torch. Offhand. Can be used together with one-handed weapons, which actually might do damage. No, never mind. Well, I guess I'm going to do Torch as well. Wait. Oh. Torch. It won't let me. There we go. Yeah, that looks nice. Oh, we're up here. Next to the, frankly, way too large... Wait. It's still alive in there. I was going to say, oh, it's next to the, frankly, overlarge skeleton. And then the overlarge skeleton kind of looked at me. And I'm not cool with that. Kind of. A ladder. So, oh, so maybe I can use that other ladder. Can I interact with the ladder? Okay, here we go. I don't like the fact that I have to, like, move towards the ladder to mount it. I would prefer it if I pressed an interact button. I would prefer that tremendously. Okay, so the question is, don't want to go... Yeah, let's go back and around. Let's take that lift. Nah, let's not do that. I'll leave that for later. Okay. Yeah, so this was the route. I'm actually really enjoying this. Oh, is the torch using my flux up? Hard to say. Because I'm appreciating actually having everything be well lit. Let's take this down. I'll keep an eye on it. Also haven't seen like any kind of meaningful checkpointing system. It was kind of the tutorialization on being able to put a homunculus down. Oh. Because I'm going to check this again. Homunculus. Press Y and then press down to place a personal checkpoint. Hold Y and down to remove placed homunculus mirage. I wonder if this is one of those where I can't do it yet because I haven't unlocked it. And I need to find another one. Oh. Huh. I still got my torch in hand. That's appreciated. Okay, that hurt. But luckily, like most enemies, they tend to drop restorative fluids for me. So as long as I don't use 2 of them, we're kind of good. So we got the hunter mask, shoulders, coat, and leg guards. I guess character. I got 4 points left. Do I put it into agility? I think so. Because that hopefully is going to reduce my stamina delay. Well, supposedly. Oh, it's probably rounded. So we won't know for at least a couple of points. Yeah, total stamina by 8. Stamina delay. Movement speed when above 15 points. Melee swing speed when above 15 points. Weapon draw speed. Yeah. There's also technocasting. I've learned my lesson with these games, much as I'd love to play around with whatever magic systems they might have. I do recognize that these games often lock magic like a couple layers back, if that makes sense. Right, I can do the charged heavy attack into 2 regular attacks. Oh, is red actually critting them? I bet red actually means it's doing more damage, not less. Yeah, I really appreciate that I still have, because I have my torch in my kind of alternate weapon slots, I actually still have it out. Even if it's technically not equipped. I don't know if that's a bug or an actual design choice, but I like the idea of that. It feels good. Alright. Keep going into crouch mode. Not great. Heal up. Oh. I guess they didn't have one. Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm not aggroing too many enemies simultaneously. There we go. Yeah, getting a lot of manifests and like lore information, which is appreciated. I don't know if I'm going to actually look at them. Another one. Yeah, keep my distance. I appreciate that I can bash both of them simultaneously. Some Souls-likes or just action RPGs are like, nope, one target at a time, bucko. That always feels bad to me. It's rare, though. Nothing like having a Zweihander in Dark Souls 2 just cutting through, like, loads of rats. Or the Congregation. Damn. Like, it looks like this giant apartment. Oh my god, there's an item up there? How do you even get there? I have no idea. Super jump, maybe. Oh, what was I going to say about any of this? Oh, right, I was kind of remarking on the world and the world design. Like, it feels like this is supposed to be, like, apartment blocks or something. But, like, apartment blocks built by, like, a madman. Wait. Did we just go full freaking circle? No way. This is the... Huh. Well, I guess let's go kick down that ladder. I guess there were alternative paths here that I'd missed. They also have a lot of good interaction buttons. Oh, you know what I can probably do? Settings. Tutorials. Off. Nope, that's not it. User interface, display HUD. Arrow shield stats, damage text. What I want is to turn off the buttons. Maybe it's controller? Gamepad icons. Oh, now let's switch back to Sony. Yeah, so what I was hoping to do is turn off all of the different buttons I can press on the left. Because, yeah, it has that whole thing on the left side, and kind of wish it didn't. It's not, like, hugely in my way, but it's just a little jarring. Maybe not jarring. I don't know. I just, at this point, I think I have a pretty good mastery of what all the buttons are. Okay. So we turned around to look at this. Oh. Oh, was that the item I'd missed? Well, hold up. Before I do that, oh, right. There was the ladder that I should have honestly interacted with. There we go. Now, can I get back? I don't know. Yep. Cool. Because, yeah, there's the item on this set of walkways that I'd missed. Walkways? Scaffolding? And I think this just takes me back to where I've been. Okay, well, let's go take the elevator back down. Let's not fall in any holes, ideally. How did I miss this item here? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just fluid. We have an overabundance of fluids. The phrasing on that is something else. Can you imagine having, you know, I bet chemists could probably say that without feeling weird about it. But like the rest of us, When would you ever claim to have an abundance of fluids and not get a strange look for it? How do you get there? Oh, there's a walkway that goes over. I don't know. I'll have to keep an eye out. I've probably missed it already. Also can't imagine it's amazingly good. Okay. So this just takes me here. Well, we do have a complete alternate path. So I don't like big open spaces in these games. Wouldn't exactly chalk it up to agoraphobia, but it does kind of have a distinct feeling of, go into the big open space, that's when the boss shows up. Am I ready to fight a boss? I mean, I'm not ready. I wonder if this thing is a checkpoint, like a really soft one. No idea how I get checkpoints. Well, yeah, so the other alternative is, I suppose, Did I actually take damage from that? Nope. Yes. Do we go check out that item? It feels like a trap. All of this feels like a trap. That doesn't feel like a trap. That looks like a boss. That might be the big fellow I was told about on the stairs. Well, I'll investigate this section real quick. Because whatever is here, I can at least maybe gather power and also get some stat points. Yeah, so I think I'm going to mostly invest my stats into maybe agility. Definitely agility and strength. I'm noticing there isn't like stat scaling in the same way that there would be... Oh, wait, where the hell am I? Is this like an alternate path that I completely missed, or... No, this is the weird bridge. So this is progress, actually. Because this is the lower path to that area I couldn't access. I really like the UI in this game. The kind of glitch effect as it activates. Okay. There we go. It's coming from deep. Let's check it out. I'm on a wander. Let's see where this goes. Because either this is going to take me somewhere meaningful, or it's going to take me straight to hell. Or it's a shortcut to somewhere I've already been and missed. Nope, this is new. Hello, new man. I should probably have a blunt weapon that I equip at some point, too. I love the, like, weird mechanical skeleton people. It's just kind of a interesting aesthetic. Let's not fight him in the small corridor. I'd say that he has the advantage there. But I certainly don't. Interesting, I get locked in block mode. This, no. Still looking for the way to drop down to that one thing. Now, are we back in the weird rooftops area? No, this is different. We're below it. But this feels like this might have been an alternate route. Oh, we are. You know how I said there was that random ass ladder? Do we want to go down? And balked at the idea because why? We're here. I was wondering why the enemies were getting honestly easier as we proceeded. The fact that I found like 3 or 4 routes through this region feels really good. Like, obviously, most of it is all just kind of leading to the same area. But it still has that nice feeling of like, oh, this is where this connects. That's what that ladder did. I don't know. It's just something that makes Soulslikes especially special. Or 3D Metroidvanias, which you could argue many Soulslikes are. I don't think this is as true as I'd like it to be, just because many of them are... Oh. No. Yeah. I had to call the elevator up top, but that's because the elevator was below, waiting for a new player to come through that route. Let's see what I was going to say about it. Dark Souls 1, especially early on, kind of had that Metroidvania feel, but then after Lordran it just split, and there was not much else to it. Dark Souls 2 was not at all. And weirdly, I have almost no memories of Dark Souls 3. I have memories of it, but they're like singular points, and I don't really remember much exploration. I think because I was sprinting through it in multiplayer with 2 people who already knew where they were going. And so I was just along for the ride and slightly grumpy. Because we kept getting invaded and it was chaos. But I don't remember it being that multi-layered or interconnected. Shortcuts in like certain zones would connect to each other, sure, but... Yeah, let's go check out the weird horror at the tree. Because you look like you might be a boss fight. What the hell? Okay. Wait, some attacks have to be dodged by jumping. Okay. The problem is, it's not really communicated which is which. Ow. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to come back and refight this guy. I'm actually doing kind of well against him. Like his patterns are... Whoop. Mostly, that was weird. Mostly understandable. Yep. Missed that one. I might be able to do that. Oh, boss health, armor ratings, and their damage scales based on the number of bosses defeated. Oh, well, that sucks. I mean, not too much. Because I know the way. So what happens when I die? Do I lose anything? Oh, I get some shoulder pads. That helps. Encumbrance is 54%. Hold up. Yeah. Because those are medium armor. And we haven't leveled up again. Monastery coordinates. Flux, what is entropy? Unknown, proceed further. Oh boy. Yeah, stamina recovery, delay. Wait, perks, abilities. Dash, Caltrop dash, summon elemental. When were they going to tell me I had these? Maximum amount is absorbs 3 times at over 30 intelligence. Echo Slam, Flux Conversion. Flux to health. Fire Breath and Shadow Walk. I do not have enough ability Splinter. This is, this game has freaking layers, man. Alright, well, we know the fastest way to get back is to, oh god, fall off this damn ladder. Are you kidding me, dude? Maybe I do have to hit the interaction button. Okay, transition to the other side of the ladder. Doesn't work for the ladders that are short or lead into water. Huh. So here's the question. Do enemies respawn? They do. This makes sense. But you know, you always gotta ask. Other thing I should look into. Let's see, crafting. Yeah, so I could make another arrow. Use broken arrowheads and some other things. That gives me flux, health. Yeah. We don't have a cape yet. I haven't gotten any alternative rings. Monastery observation. Standing at the top of the cliff, a derelict monastery, an anachronistic island, and a sea of decaying technology. The surrounding residential structure looms oppressively, its vast expanse of concrete and rusted metal, interwoven with a labyrinth of cables. Everything is draped in a strange, sickly moss. An eerie silence hung in the air, broken only by the distant hum of the megastructure. The moss, with its unsettling, almost sentient presence, clung to the remnants of the past, casting a malign shadow over this forgotten place. Each step towards the monastery feels like a descent into madness. The boundaries between the organic and the artificial blurring in the twilight of a world long caving in on itself. It's hard to tell what belongs to what time anymore. The only compass here is the pull of the anomaly's core. And we also have a bunch of documents, but I'll leave that for now. So there's something about weapon upgrading. I'll take a look at it. Use upgrade splinters. Alright, we do not have those. So I will just leave it for the time being. So this might be one of those where I explore a bunch and then come back at a later date. Hey, level up. After we fight this guy, I think. Okay, we just did get the hit. And getting a lot of parts though, which is nice. Okay, character stats. That's a big damage increase. I only have 2 points. Okay. What about the next level? Yeah, 10.8. So it seems like strength is probably more valid than agility early on. Because my damage is kind of crap. Not anymore, it ain't. I mean, I guess that only gave me a couple points of damage. But that's still a couple points I did not have earlier. There we go. It seems like it takes a fair bit of work to get anything to level up in this game, but that's okay. But yeah, if I were to plot any courses apart from, you know, mastering that boss, I think what I would probably do is just explore the hell out of this game first, get some levels, then come back for the bosses, because the bosses only scale based on how many bosses you've killed. As weird as it sounds, it almost seems like the real play, well, one, is to find more homunculi so I don't have to do this long walk every time. Come on. Uppies. I want to go up. I'm going to step off this dang thing and it's immediately... There you go. It wouldn't be the first time that I step off the elevator thinking it's broken and needs to be reactivated, and then it immediately goes up without me, and I'm left stranded just waiting. Wouldn't be the first time, wouldn't be the last. The other thing that would have helped against that boss very much would have just been having a couple of extra health potions. Though honestly, like, I actually got him halfway down, I think. This is a matter of figuring out which of his attacks are what. I'm so shit at that, though. I like it when the enemy just has a sword. Once you start mixing in, like, oh, you have to dodge over or jump over this ability, I'm lost. I can block, I can dodge roll. Jumping? Oh boy. That's some extra fiddliness. Lock on a man that's still getting up. I guess my character has some honor. Way more than I do. I wonder if I should actually grab the pipe. Or one of the other weapons, because I don't actually know if this axe is all that it's cracked up to be. I'm also seeing some, like, golden things embedded in a wall. I'm assuming it's just a light, but I wonder if it's something I can interact with all the same. Music on this is doing it good. It's got that nice, like, kind of techno ambiance. Like, how would I say it? It reminds me of Tristram, but with an electric guitar. Which is weird to say. I'm honestly getting some Mortal Shell out of this game. A little bit more manageable. And the blocking system actually makes sense as opposed to being like, you're turned into stone. That was so weird. I did like it though. I thought Mortal Shell was a fairly good Souls-like. I can't believe I beat it on camera though. But I mean, it's one of those that enough repetition and practice you do actually get good. It's just, holy shit, it is like legitimately hard to be good at games when you're doing live commentary. I think if anything, if I ever wanted to do a series, like a full series on a Souls-like again, I'd just either do it multiplayer with an easy mod, like Elden Ring or something, or post-comment, just hang out and turn it into a weird podcast. You know, hang out with Wander as he struggles his way through Elden Ring. I mean, either that or I just, like, fully accept that I'm going to go silent for boss fights and everybody is just used to it. There is also the Stone Shield concoctions. I wonder if that I'd have an easier time if I actually was using consumables against the bosses. They never last long enough, in my opinion, is the struggle. So we can keep going up. We got an open area. A burning man? Many burning men, in fact. Okay. Many burning men. There's another one to the left. There we go. This one's a basic laddie, though. I can't believe I didn't get completely graboided, though. But then again, this is slower and more methodical. This is my kind of Souls-like speed. Ooh, halberd. Unfortunately, I think it's a two-hander. But maybe that's good. Halberd, sharp two-handed, fast. Yarsh. Let's give it a shot. They say fast. I'm just hoping it has good reach. Because I'm not using block much. Maybe if I had a better shield. But knowing that there are unblockable attacks, it kind of... I don't know, I want to be able to put my shield up and block all the damage. I don't want to have to fiddle around with perfect blocks or weird windows. The less I have to dedicate brain space-wise to certain things. You alive? No. You're just a petrified man. Yeah, the less I have to dedicate brain space-wise to certain mechanics, like dodge jump, okay. Dodge block and jump, not okay. Oh. It's the gateway. Okay, there is an unhinged world. I hate this. At least the angling of it isn't instant death. But yeah, the only way to get to that item is by hopping. Ring of Minor Vitality. Well, I mean, it's better than the Ring of Flux that I'm not using. Admittedly, 35 health points is not amazing. But I'll take it. Okay, do we have anything else? What I'm really looking for is those checkpoints. And they are, well, few and far between. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm like, well, I wonder what happens when you die. Okay, they said fast. This is definitely slow. I guess it's slower than a one-hander. But the damage on it is good. So I'll take what I can get. But yeah, it's always felt like Dark Souls... hard games in general have this problem, I think. Where... you kind of have to... Ooh, Technomancer stuff. Evolved Staff. Neat. I have this problem with a lot of games, actually, where the first game is hard, but then the second game is harder. And much of that is because the developers are even better at their game, and the people playtesting are experienced with their game. And so it kind of creates this feedback loop. Where... it creates a feedback loop where... the first game might be challenging, but anything that comes after kind of one-ups it, both in terms of difficulty and, like, skill ceiling, which is great for people who are very good at these games. Serious problem for people like me. Because, I don't know, like, this is why I haven't played much for Silksong. I did a video on it. I'm like, yeah, this is a great game. I don't want to play it. And I felt bad. Because, like, Silksong is presumably incredible. And I've heard nothing but good things about it. But I just don't have it in me to finish it. Both from, like, a commentary perspective, but then also just, like, a time and patience perspective. And I know I should. I'm mostly hoping that somebody makes a bonfire mod for it so I can soften the difficulty level just a smidge. Yeah. Oh, good. Finally a checkpoint. they are few and far between in this game. But I think the point is you eventually get the ability to make your own. Just plunk him down outside of a boss and then pick him back up again. Yeah, so now we have Monastery Lower and Upper. And we get some experience for it. And it is no longer wigging out at me. Oh. Okay, we can do that, but I think I'm going to just plonk myself straight at this item. You can mantle up some ledges by pressing X. You can mantle ledges? Oh. Interesting. I switched it back to Sony button prompts. But, it's... I guess the tutorials are still set for Xbox controllers. It's fine. This is easy for me to get back up. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just finding this to be a much more, like, peaceful pacing. Decent amounts of openings. Nothing is, like, running at you and just blitzing you to death really fast. Maybe it gets there later. But it feels mostly nice and methodical. Just hard. You know, it's got the mechanics of Sekiro. It just doesn't have the pacing of it. Okay, maybe not Sekiro, but you kind of get what I mean. Dark Souls 3, maybe? Elden Ring? I don't think you have to jump in Dark Souls 3. I don't know if you could. Elden Ring, for sure you could. Okay. Yeah, you look like a boss fight. And I have no choice but to at least take a look at it. Alright. Well, I think for starters, this halberd is too slow for what I want to do. Ooh. Oh, that's evolved staff. If I want to do magic stuff. Rusty Claymore. When did I pick that up? I have no idea. Don't want to beat the boss with a tire iron? 33 to 33. Oh, that's the torch. So actually, the sword is better. Let's do iron pipe. Yeah, so the saber does just a little bit more damage. Oh, 33 to 36. Is there a way I can... Oh, display ability. Oh. Okay, so this one has an ability. Chance to not consume a metal arrow when firing. Shoots an arrow into the ground, creating a trap underneath the player that triggers in contact. Cost some flux. That's awesome. Okay. In that case, let's grab the bow. Okay. I mean, do we want to do dual wield? I think I do. Okay. So how do I use the bow? Because supposedly I can use abilities somehow. Windblade. Gust of wind slashes enemies in its path, dealing slashing damage. Interesting. But how do I do it? Like, the weird part is it never tutorialized abilities. Unless it's not in the game yet. Wait, swimming? Huh. So, this must be something where I equip the abilities, maybe? Character abilities? No. Okay, what else do we have? Okay, actually those stone skin potions are awesome. Mr. Concoction and health regen. Okay, we only have one of those though. Yeah, so how do I set what my quick slot abilities are? Because I would be using it if I could. Okay, we do have heavy shoulder pads. No, I'll stick with the medium one. Max health points, max flux points. I don't know at what point I have garbage. I don't know how to equip or use weapon abilities, which is frustrating. Because it says hold for the modifier, but it doesn't... Well, I guess we're just doing this boring default. Sup, swordsman?
I've slept for a long while, and I know you won't leave until you get what you've come for.
Okay.
Let us be quick then.
Yeah, see, the problem is... I ate 2 hits really early, which I'm not happy about. Okay. So, frustratingly, don't use the bow. Ow. Whoa. Alright. I'm just going to take another one of these. I don't think we're going to beat him. Okay, he's doing that? Ow? I'm not even clear how to dodge that. Unless I was supposed to hit him out of the barrier? Well, there we go. I think I can probably beat him. If there's a whole perk situation that we can look into. Did we just try that again? I think so. I could try the perfect blocking, but I don't think this has, like, riposte. Now, one other option we do have is ditching this anyway. Oh god, that's... Well, I mean, we could try it.
I've not slept for a long while, and I know you won't leave until you get what you've come for. Let us be quick then.
Okay, gotta wait for my juice to come back. Yeah, the problem is, this does not do much damage. Okay. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I think going for the double weapons is the play. Yeah, I don't know how to block that one. Ow. Well, there we go. I think I'm going to leave us here. I can try this, but this is probably going to take me a good 10-20 minutes to beat him. And maybe that's fine, but it's getting real late here. And rather than get increasingly tilted at a boss that is drastically harder than the regular enemies, I think I'll leave it and work my way up. I don't actually think he's really going to be that hard. I think it's just a matter of like timing and patience. I think my big beef here is that I have a lot of these consumables that I have to farm for. They give me tons of them. I really wish the games would actually do away with consumables, Soulslikes especially, because unless I know I've got a good chance of beating him, I'm not going to drink the health regen potion. The stone shield, at least we have, oh, we only have 3 of them. I think the only thing I wish this had was just a long cooldown. Oh, you can use the stone shield potion. It lasts for 90 seconds, but it's on a 10-minute cooldown or something like that. So you only ever want to use it here and there. Oh, I can rest. Actually, didn't realize I could rest. What does that even do for me? Probably just resets all the enemies in the area. Yeah, it looks like it. All right, well, one way or another, let's go back out to the title screen. I liked what I've seen so far. It's definitely one of the more interesting Souls-likes I've played in a while. It's got a really, really unique environment. I love the kind of otherworldly sci-fi dark fantasy fusion. That feels really good to me in a way that I'd love to see more of. It's just a matter of like time and energy and whatever stuff. It's just been sitting in my library for a while as like one of those oft talked about by like niche Souls-like players as actually this one's good. Check it out. It doesn't get nearly as much credit as it deserves, and I very much agree with them. Obviously, I'd have to see what it's like deeper and further in, but the surface level skim that I've had here felt very good, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. But for now, at least, might as well mention that Bleak Faith Forsaken is available on Steam. I believe it's still getting updates. I think it got one kind of recently. I don't think they come very often, and I don't know how big they are, but it is one of those where it does still maybe have some more time in the oven. Maybe not. I'm not seeing anything about it being early access. So it must be one of those where I guess they've just been doing more updates. Because, yeah, they had major update, Plagued Warden, new mini-boss, stamina overhaul, and more. So it looks like, yeah, they're still chipping it away of the game, even though it is potentially, oh, there is parrying. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like it's just been a lot of combat refinement, movement, camera, and archery overhaul, combat refinement, resurgence, new enemies, starting gear, and stuff like that. Parry overhaul, charged heavy attacks. Yeah. So yeah, looks like they're chipping away at it. At least one big update per year. I have no idea how long that's going to take. Oh yeah, that was the big update. Back in December 15th, 2023, they added iframes. God, playing this without iframes probably was a nightmare. Oh well, anyway. Give this a shot if you like weird Souls-likes and you have room for more of them. But for now, at least, I guess if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.